Let's talk about the excuse phrase, I'll start tomorrow, because I think it might be the most comfortable thing that we ever tell ourselves. I'll start the diet on Monday. I'll get going on it after the holiday. Or I'll deal with it once things just settle down a little. And it always sounds so reasonable. You'll have more energy tomorrow. You'll be less swamped. It'll just be a better time to dig in tomorrow. There's this old Andy Griffith episode I always think about. I know, it's an old show, but I love it. A guy gets hired to trim some hedges, and instead of just doing it, he stands around talking about how he's going to do it. He plans the whole thing out, and then he says something like, we'll start first thing tomorrow. Tomorrow's the perfect day, and there's nothing a man can't do tomorrow. And of course the hedges never get touched. I laughed at it the first time I saw it when I was a kid, and then when I got older, it kind of stung because I've been that guy so many times. What I eventually figured out though is that when I'd push something to tomorrow, I wasn't just being lazy exactly. I was just trying to feel better right in that second because I had something easier or maybe even more enjoyable to do at the time. The phrase kicking the can down the road comes to mind because when I push something to tomorrow, it makes the feeling of dread go away, while still letting me believe that I'm actually going to get to it. The problem though is that you're sort of borrowing against yourself or even robbing yourself of the end result that you so desperately want. A couple things have helped me though. One is to stop doing all of this planning in my head. I used to think about a thing so much that it felt like I was really making progress. I was in research mode for months, but I never produced anything. I just talked about it a lot. So now I make myself get it out of my head and onto something real, something tangible. It doesn't have to be fancy, just one sentence on a sticky note or a scratched piece of paper. Anything counts, just somewhere outside of your own brain. The other thing is making that first step feel so insignificant in terms of effort. Not write the whole book, for example, but just one paragraph. Not get in shape, but just put your shoes on and go to the end of the street and come back. 5 minutes, that's the whole commitment. Because the work was never really the hard part for me. Starting was, or maybe for you, just deciding to start. The thing is, once you're actually moving a little bit, it tends to kind of carry itself from there. The line I come back to is just start with one thing, that's it. Because tomorrow's not really a day when you think about it. It's just where you put the stuff that you were nervous about starting and then it never actually shows up. It's almost like a suggestion box that you never get to. I'll start tomorrow is one of 8 phrases in what I call excuse personas. And this series is me going through all 8, one video at a time. They're the little stories that we tell ourselves to stay right where we are. I get into each one of them with a 30-day plan in my book, The Excuse Index. So stick with the series and keep an eye out for which of the 8 keeps showing up in your own life.